What up, YouTube? Goat Farm back for another video on this beautiful day, y'all. Indoor gardening, outdoor gardening, I do it all. Let's get it. Now I'm gonna be honest for a minute. I was the first one to say, hey man, I like to have my hands in the soil. I like gardening like that. That's the only way I like to garden. Could have been wrong. I've been growing in hydroponics for less than 5 days, and I realized I can get a little food out of this. So that's what I got with the food for so far. I mean, with the indoor gardening. Indoor food for it? No, you can't say that. Also, if y'all watching my shorts or wherever I posted it, I'm doing hydroponics. Now, this is a little cheap arrow garden system. I think that eventually this system will go in the kitchen, and I'm growing cilantro and spinach in here. And probably it'll be lettuce after a while. It'll be cilantro, lettuce, and spinach. This unit will stay in the kitchen. And this unit is the Mufka. This would probably stay in the Fortress of Solitude, aka my man cave, and that's a lot I can grow in there. I'm not sure if I want to use it for seed starting, if I want to grow stuff year round in this. I just got to get used to it and see what happens with it. I'm gonna get back with that now. Now let's be honest. When the gardeners say, hey, I ain't gonna do this no more, all that means is right now I don't feel like I'm gonna do this no more. Prime example. My fruit trees have been in the ground over 2 years. I always say, hey, go get your nutrients out the ground. God got everything you need down there. Then I said, hey, what the hell? So I mixed up some azomite fertilizer and some more fertilizer I had. And I say, look, I'm just gonna give them a little bit. Now, if I can get it in there. Now, in saying that, I still believe they can get all the nutrients they need. But for some of these younger fruit trees like these pawpaws, I'm gonna give them a little something. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna fertilize all my fruit trees. Yeah. Now, when you fertilize them, you want to fertilize the drip line, which means as far as that limb pokes out, you dig a trench around the tree and you put it in there. Now, am I gonna do that? Hell no. I'm gonna do it the lazy way, because I'm a lazy gardener. So I'm gonna take a little bit and I'm just gonna put it inside, come back and water. And the reason I'm doing all this right now is for the next 2 weeks, it's gonna be in the 70s. I'm not gonna get any temps at night below 40. So, as we all know, granular fertilizer takes a month, sometimes 2 months to break all the way down. So this is now February the 8th. 2 months, I'm gonna be in prime growing time in the spring. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them a little bit. Once it breaks down and is available to that tree, it'll be ready in the spring. So that's why I'm fertilizing now. I know some people wait till spring to fertilize. Hey, that's on you. But if it's a granular fertilizer, that fertilizer got to break down. So you got to give it time to break down. So 2 months is a good time. And since it's gonna be in the 70s, I'm gonna water this fertilizer in. Let me get back. And before somebody say something, bro, just work it into the soil. Shut up. In nature, everything falls on top of the soil and gradually works its way down to the roots to feed it. Same concept here. Not a big deal. I've got, I don't know, probably 40 fruit trees, maybe less, fruit trees in the ground. I'm not digging a trench around every fruit tree and working that into the soil. This is how I'm doing it. However you do it, that's your way. It's not my way. That's all I'm saying. I know somebody gonna have something to say. I'm gonna see you in the comments. All right, so I want to see what survived. Like I said, we got 2 weeks. It's gonna be in the 70s, no lower than 40s. I'm gonna pull some of this stuff out, especially this Barbados cherry. I want to see if it's still alive. So I'm gonna get this tarp off, and I'll be right back with y'all. All right, start pulling a couple of them out. All right, this is just a Meyer lemon cutting I took. Still looking good. Look, calm, quiet. Of course, it had no problems. Car enable made it just fine. Brown Select Satsuma, fine. All right, and here go my papaya. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it down to the base and pray, but I'm pretty sure it's over for. Who knows? But either way, I told y'all this was gonna die. I told y'all I shouldn't have bought this, and y'all let me buy this crap anyway. It was a bad idea. And shame on y'all in the gardening community for watching me buy this and then immediately say, hey, take that back. You know you're gonna kill that. So that's on y'all, not me. That's y'all fault right there. $13.99 down the drain. Thank you. Another thing I'm doing, as I'm pulling them out, I'm going ahead and cut these dead branches. I ain't no need to keep sending energy to these branches that ain't going nowhere. So we're gonna chop, chop, chop. If you look dead. If you're alive, say something now. I'll forever hold your peace. Yeah. Still look good. Now this is the Barbados cherry. I think this is the one everybody been waiting on. Is it alive? Is it alive? Brown. No green. Let's go down a little bit. Brown. Ideally, these supposed to be green on the inside, let you know it's still nutrients flowing through. If they brown, that mean they dead. I can't even. That's brown. Let's go all the way to the base. That's brown. I ain't no need to put that back in the green house. R.I.P. Barbados cherry. Now these are pink guavas. They're not as cold-hearted as the pineapple guavas I got. Yep. Dead. I never get pink guavas again. Sometimes you gotta just find out. She a goner. That's nothing but brown. All right, here's the other pink guava. Dead. Dead. Now if you fold these branches over, it should have some bounce to it. It shouldn't just break. So all that is dead, y'all. Yeah. Now I know I can't grow pink guava. If you're in zone 8B, get the pineapple guava. That's all I'm saying. Now let's check out avocado. This is a poncho avocado. Avocado. Leaves crunchy. I don't mean it's dead though. Let's see. It's still alive, but poncho avocado is the avocado. Well, that lamb dead. That lamb dead. That's green, baby. That's all we need, a little green. So a lot of these in here look real crunchy, but they still alive. All that is green. I got some over there, green. I'm gonna go through and clean up some of these and then water them, give them a little fertilizer. We back in business. Yeah. Even that one looking bad over there. She ain't dead. Now, when you start watching these videos, when they say the cold hardiest citrus trees you can grow, turn that video off. Turn that video off. It's only a few cold hardy, really. And when I say cold hardy, I mean put it in this greenhouse, no heater, just to keep the frost on it and it survive. Kumquats, Fukushu kumquats, Miwa, Nagami, all them kumquats good. For some reason, this Murcott tangerine is real cold hard. I think I've had this 4 years, and it's still trying to put on blooms. Lemons, Meyer lemons, and Harvey lemon. These variegated lemons, besides tasting bad, I tasted one that was good. Yeah, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Avocados, I'm still on the fence. Pancho avocado done made it through 2 or 3 of my winters. I'm okay with that. But if you want an orange, you want a Satsuma, pick your variety. Pick your variety. Kishu mandarin, once they get completely orange, you off to the races. And it's doing pretty good in the greenhouse. That other crap you hear, leave that crap alone. It ain't what they think, y'all. When they say cold hearted, they got a heater in the shed. I'm just saying what I said. Now this citrus, that's that Miwa kumquat. She good. Yeah, I'm still eating Miwa kumquats, y'all. What is this? I pulled this from somewhere. That's hard. Don't worry about it. But I did get some fruit off it still. These real orange colored ones are those variegated lemons. I can't wait to taste them. This is Kishu mandarin. Don't worry about that. You know what? I ain't gonna eat that. But it do got a little black spot around. Don't worry about it. That's what I got from there, y'all. Boom, boom, bam. All right, let me ask y'all, are we still feeding the soil? Cause there's some coffee grinds I've been saving up. And y'all were with me when I planted these onions from seed. It's cold as hell. We just got the onions coming up. Don't care nothing about this goddamn cold. These onions say I'm gonna be onion all year. But whatever I planted in this back row ain't came up. The red shallot, don't worry about that. Just look at the ones that came up. That's all I need y'all to look at. So what I'm gonna do, throw some coffee grinds in there. Cause we still feeding the soil, right? Right. My other garlic I got planted in this bed, I'm gonna give them some. Cause I'm feeding the soil the whole year, y'all. That's what we said we were gonna do. We said we were gonna feed the soil the whole year. Big bed, you getting it. Am I working it into the soil? Hell no. It's in there. Bed, I'm working the soil. That's all I'm doing, working the soil. I'm gonna put a little bit in a couple of beds. And all I'm saying is, it was cold, now it ain't cold. We back to business. Same program, same station. Feeding the soil still, y'all. Coffee grind. Put it in the bed. All right, now I just told y'all it's gonna be about 70 degrees for about 2 weeks. So we're gonna get some sugar snap peas in there. Ideally, I get these sugar snap peas in at the beginning of spring. But look, we're gonna try to get some. Now I told y'all I put these trellises up. These trellises ain't here for nothing. These trellises are here to grow food, y'all. So this is my favorite garden snack. All I'm gonna do is move some of this straw back, and look at that soil, y'all. Ooh, this soil blacker than Manute Bowl. Y'all watch basketball, Manute Bowl. I think he passed now. R.I.P. Manute Bowl. But we just gonna plant some sugar snap peas right there, y'all. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna get about 3 good plants right there. That's all we're gonna do. And we're gonna put the straw back over. That's all we're gonna do. Now we're gonna go over into this one and we're gonna plant them in the back, right there. Move the straw back. Ooh. Oh, she black too. That is not AI. That is black, rich soil. One there, one there. We're gonna put 3 of them in there. Ooh. And if you've never had fresh sugar snap peas, I don't know what to tell you. Now, me, myself, I like the Alaskan sweet peas, or I like the sugar snap peas. I think the regular name for it is sugar daddy sweet peas. So we're gonna put these in there. That's all we're gonna do, y'all. We ain't gonna do a whole bunch. We're just gonna put these in there. And I want to show you when I plant them. So when I'm eating them, it ain't a big deal. You're gonna say, oh, I remember him doing that. I remember old broke doing that. And cover that straw back over, just in case it get cold. We got one more to do, y'all, and then we're gonna be up out of here. Right here. And without thinking, I placed these perfectly. I can grow stuff in the back, and then I can grow my tomatoes on the front. I can't lose, y'all. What could go wrong? And look, I got an onion bulb right there. Let me press you back down in there. But right there, we're gonna put these peas in here, y'all. Now that's 3, 6, 9, 12 sweet pea plants. That's enough for me to enjoy, y'all. Cover them up, put that straw back on them. Now, if you think that was awesome, hit the like button. Ooh, 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 ooh. So, boys and girls, what did we learn today? If broke farmer planted, it still can die. So if you watching videos and you see me growing some of these exotic fruit trees and now they dead, that's what it is sometimes. You gotta grow, you gotta see what happens. Papaya, pretty sure I was gonna kill that. Barbados cherry, pretty sure. I did think the pink guava was gonna make it. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought the pink guava was gonna make it. But RIP pink guava, I never know what it tastes like. And I'm not doing all that work for nothing. It was for nothing. $13.99 on the guavas, $13.99 on the papaya. I could have bought something that I knew would last a whole lot better. And this being our coldest, I'm gonna repeat that, our coldest winter I can ever remember. Not in how low it got, but how for periods of days that the temp stayed below freezing at night. That was a little different. But the core of my citrus trees pulled through no problem. It was just this wild exotic stuff I was trying to grow. Bad move on my part. Let's just say I can't keep the camera still. Bad move on my part, man. Hey, learn from me. You can do better. You definitely can do better than your boy, because I screwed up some money. I got at least 60 bucks tied up in trees that dead now. That's my fault. But kind of your fault too, because you saw me do it and didn't say nothing. I'm just saying.